Now, if there's ever been a recipe for success in a celebrity interview, it's got to be a wee bit of mix of Alison Hammond, so she relished the chance to meet double Oscar-winning actress Meryl Streep. This is a contrived way of saying Meryl's in a movie that's to do with food. Here we go. Cooking, yeah.
I'm Julia Child. Bon appetit!
Before Jamie, Nigella, or even Phil Vickery would glimpse in their mother's eye, Julia Child was an American cooking legend. And in Julie and Julia, Meryl plays her to perfection.
So charming.
Meryl. Stanley.
Yes.
Nice to see you guys.
Hi, nice to see you.
The film's success in the States continues Meryl's winning streak following the hit The Devil Wears Prada, also co-starring Stanley Tucci and Mamma Mia. Plus, don't forget 2 Oscars and a record 15 nominations, prompting Hollywood to say she's as big as Will Smith.
Bigger.
But we have to, you know, positive and negatives, we have to talk about your failures.
Yeah.
You have been nominated 13 times and lost out to an Oscar.
Yeah.
Which technically makes you Hollywood's biggest loser. How are you with that? And Stanley, are you there to support her?
I'm there to support her.
He loves
always.
seeing me
Yes,
lose.
I do.
Moving swiftly along, the film tells 2 true stories. How Julia Child,
Bonjour!
supported by her husband Paul,
I love you, darling girl.
wrote the legendary Mastering the Art of French Cooking, which brought cuisine à la française to America.
Which is a rather daring thing to do.
The second story tells how 50 years later, Julie Powell, that's Amy Adams, was searching for meaning in her life.
Are you the person to speak to about my insurance form?
You can speak to me.
Do you have any power?
No.
So she decided to cook all the 524 recipes in the book in a year. And
I could write a blog. I have thoughts.
with a little help from hubby, played by Chris Messina.
Is it crazy?
Yes.
Can I just give the viewers a little bit of a warning? Do not watch this film on an empty stomach, because I did and I was starving. Would you agree?
I know, it does make you want to book a table.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Well, the director Nora Ephron, who also made rom-com classic Sleepless in Seattle, said she wanted the level of food in this film to be pornographic.
Bear in mind we are a daytime TV programme. Could you explain what she means?
Well, she means just think of Chris Messina when he ate that bruschetta.
Right. This is good.
That is good, because that's maybe the sexiest thing I ever saw between a man and a piece of bread.
And it isn't just bruschetta. There is an orgy of food.
I heard that most of you put on weight in this film.
Oh, I've put on, I think, what you call a stone.
Really?
Yeah.
So the costume designer must have been very busy taking in and out of the costumes.
Right.
Not
This
taking
film.
them in much.
Yeah.
Back to the beginning of the story, and when Julia moves to France with her diplomat husband, she has to find something to do.
What is it that you really like to do? Eat. And you're so good at it. Look at you. Now, how good you are.
of you.
Now, did you guys ever cook off set together?
I invited Stanley to my house for blanquette de veau, which is a veal stew. And Stanley had some changes that he felt needed to be made to the procedure. And he came in and just sort of took over.
So you like a chef, Stanley?
No, I'm not like a chef at all, but I'm like someone who cooks.
Yeah.
How you
I'm
doing?
like someone who doesn't, but I do. But it's like I don't.
And from Meryl and Stanley's pièce de résistance to the resistance that Julia received when she started to cook in France.
You have no real talent for cooking.
Meanwhile, Julie is also struggling to cook all of Julia's recipes.
Can't even trust.
But even America's first celebrity chef got it wrong sometimes.
That would go very well.
And I know the feeling, because when I asked Meryl and Stanley my next question, it all got rather silly.
If Julie and Julia was a dish on a menu, how would you describe it?
If Stanley were a dish?
No, Julie and Julia, the film, was a dish on a menu.
Did I hear Stanley?
Yeah, you did. But I'd like to hear the answer to that. To the question you missed.
Andriette.
And for non-French speakers like me,
An andouillette is a smelly smoked tripe sausage, whereas an andouille whilst also a sausage can also mean silly, rather like our silly sausage. You decide which one Meryl meant. Thank you.
That's my answer.
Oh, fantastic. How would you describe it? As if it was a dish?
Julia? How would you describe it?
A light, satisfying dish filled with a liberal drizzle of street Adams and Tushy, stuffed with hit and all served with a grande dose of flair.
Oh,
I like it.
Fine. Can we use it as a quote?
Of course you can.
And if we've whetted your appetite and it sounds like your recipe for a successful night at the cinema, Julie and Julia is out now. And if all that has given you food for thought, it's time to play me quiz.
It's French cuisine, and all you have to do is say what you see. You're playing for this, and we're actually going to get it engraved. Can you see that, guys?
Yeah.
We're going to get that engraved and send it to your agent.
Can my agent keep it if I win?
Let me just get into character. Who's master? What's this?
Croissant.
Oh.
Well done. Well done. It's going to get harder. Okay, here we go. It's a...
Ratatouille.
Well done, Summer. What is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, tell me what this is.
Coq au vin.
Don't stand The last one, this is a wine. This is a clue, okay? What letter is this?
All right.
So what's this?
Rosamond.
Okay, forget her. Just book it this time.
Chardonnay. No, that's not so good.
And the winner is actually Stanley.
Oh, thank
Congratulations.
But I'd like to donate my prize to Meryl.
Great stuff. I'm going to go and see that film
Yeah.
this weekend. Take my mum.
All your ingredients. Just going through the papers.